Well, joining us now from inside the university campus is Tariq Kenney-Shawa. He's a former Columbia University graduate student, and he's now a policy fellow at AlShabaka. That's a Palestinian policy think tank. Welcome to Al Jazeera. Can you tell us what you saw while you were on the grounds of Columbia University?
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me on, first of all. So I was just at the encampment in front of Butler Library, and after warning students that they were going to move in, they finally did, and they've carried out at least 30 arrests, I believe. And since they've carried out the arrests, hundreds of additional students have come to the west lawn in front of Butler Library and have taken it over instead. So it looks like this arrest campaign is actually galvanizing a lot of the other Columbia students to come out in support of students who have been arrested by the NYPD and are currently being taken over.
How many students would you say are out there right now in these encampments and these protests?
It should be nearly 1,000 or several thousand now. There's a couple hundred when I came inside. But again, it looks like there's been a call to action by Quad, by SJP, by JVP, and other student groups for other Columbia students to come to campus. And it looks like, again, it's really galvanizing a lot of people. So right now there's hundreds, if not potentially thousands of students out there.
What are the students calling for?
Their demands are simple. They're calling for the university to do more to support a ceasefire, to call for a ceasefire in Gaza. But they're also calling for the university to divest from companies that profit from the occupation and the oppression of Palestinians. And they've made their demands extremely clear over the past months and years, actually. There's been multiple divestment votes that have succeeded and passed, in which the majority of the student body has called for divestment from these investments in Israeli companies or companies that profit from the Israeli occupation. But the university, unfortunately, continues to ignore the democratic will of their own students. And as long as they do so, it looks like the students are going to remain out protesting and demanding that their democratic will be respected.
All right, Tariq Kenney-Shawa, thank you so much for speaking to us from New York.
Of course, thank you.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.